All right, I think we're on now.
Yeah, I heard the
So
name.
yeah, I heard the ding too. So that means that it's time for the corner. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy called Biz. You know, I'm feeling fresh in the hat and the scarf and all that. You know what I'm saying? We doing it for the winter time. And here's your boy right here.
Boy, reminisce.
All right.
Finally got a happy Sunday for the Skins, but
Y'all
let's
getting
just
it.
put this rack down
My
real
my
quick because
Cowboys
it's
my
still
Cowboys
sucking.
right now is trash. They say that Romo might return next week, but I mean it might already be too late. Luckily, nobody in the NFC East is actually running with it. So I mean, I can still have hope, but even if we went to the playoffs, we didn't deserve it.
That's a strong statement though that your team needs Romo. A lot of people felt that Romo was not good of a quarterback.
But see, that's the thing about it. It's like Romo was he pretty much won the game for us last year, or at least put us in position. But it was just for Dez's non-catch. But this isn't a fucking sports discussion today. Today, this is a discussion about music and in particularly hip hop. But we do all know that it's bigger than hip hop.
Indeed.
So first off, reminisce. Give me your top five.
Ooh, of all time that are alive or
All
just
time, dead or alive.
oh man. Top, why can't you just do a top 20 or 30? All right, top five.
Motherfucker, this is what man want to see us. We got more shit to talk about. Why we doing
Okay.
top 20s
My
and
bad.
30s?
I apologize. Mad at me because your team losing this. Nah. I had
Nah, I'm
to.
definitely not
All right.
mad at you. I'm only mad at us right now.
Yeah, I feel you. That's how I feel with my squad.
but remember, we got injuries, but no excuses.
True.
That's my mantra. No excuses always.
Top five. I'm gonna have to go. I'm sorry, no, Jay-Z's not in my top five, bro. But I'm gonna have to go with Biggie, Pac, and do I have to put them in actual order or just give
Oh
five?
no, you can. Yeah, I mean, if you want to do it, if you have an order, go ahead and do it. If not,
I don't have
then
an order right
okay,
now.
okay.
But Pac, Big, Rakim, Big L. His life was short. I'm pretty sure he would have been a lot of people's top three. Big L and ooh, I'm about to throw KRS in there too. And the reason I throw KRS, I know he's not relevant to a lot of people nowadays. But KRS-One is one of them dudes that it doesn't matter who you are. If you're on the top charts, top 5, top 10, top 20, he's got a battle song already ready for you, just in case you want to get smart like Nelly did. I don't know why Nelly thought in his mind he should do that.
He was young and ignorant, and he was probably doing heroin at the time. Shouts out to his tour bus. But anyways, you remember that shit
Shouts out to the credit card
yeah,
swipe.
yeah, remember fucking it must be your ass because it ain't your face. Well, as great as that hit was, Nelly's definitely not in my top 5 or top 55 or top 155. No.
Okay.
No Cornell, I'm sorry. But anyway, I'm gonna think of an order right now. Number one, I mean I know that you mentioned right off the top that you're not gonna put Jay-Z in your top 5. I'm not only gonna put Jay-Z in my top 5, but I have to put him. I have to put him in the number one spot, and that's really by default. I mean, I have more favorite artists than Jay-Z,
of course,
but you can't deny his catalog. You can't deny the fact that Biggie had 2 albums, Ready to Die, Life After Death, definite classics. Ready to Die, in my opinion, wasn't better than Life After Death because a lot of the songs from Life After Death, in my opinion, translate now. Also, it's my favorite double album to ever listen to because I can actually play that thing cover to cover. And that's just me. And, some other people might agree, some people might not, but that's me anytime, any place, anywhere, especially the way that it ends with nobody till somebody kills you. But Jay-Z had, first of all, we don't know if, I mean, you can, some people say that Reasonable Doubt is his best album. Some people say that Blueprint is his best album.
Yeah.
I would say. Some people say Black Album even, which I wouldn't, but it's definitely a very, very strong third. And that right there is 3 albums that I would consider classics, which actually already eclipses Big. It already eclipses Big L. It already eclipses Pac. Many of those guys. So to me, you can't ignore the catalog. And of course, there's a lot of other albums that are slept on, in my opinion. The Dynasty album, the Blueprint 2 album.
I just want to ask a question real quick.
Go on.
How long has Jay-Z been in the game?
He's been in the game. Well, maybe
I can look it up for you.
Yeah, you can Google that. But but that's pretty much where it started. But where he first started, like as an actual established solo artist, of course, was in 1996.
Indeed, and that was after Who's Death? I'm just saying.
Actually,
well, I'm gonna say.
Well, it was the same year as Pac.
Same year as Pac.
And the year before Big. But see, this is the thing. That's why often Jay-Z is overlooked because, you got Illmatic that came out in 94. A lot of people feel like it was a classic album. You had numerous Pac joints in that time, classic status, numerous Big joints in that time, especially Ready to Die. And then, of course, Life After Death, that book. From people putting out classics. Media, he wouldn't be the media mogul. He wouldn't be the music mogul that he is. He wouldn't have sold as many albums that he did, but he would have still dropped critical. Talk too much about Jay-Z, otherwise they'll call me Dick.
Right? We'll get back on that. Go ahead.
Number 2, I gotta go with Big, and that's mainly because he's my favorite of all time. As far as my number 2
out of all of them, yeah.
In my opinion, he would be. He would have the greatest combination of lyrics, of songs about the ladies, street shit, style, because he was a big black ugly motherfucker, but he was 20 years before Rick Ross. Well, 15 to 20 years before Rick Ross.
I'll give you lyrics and style.
Yeah. He also had a decent amount of content. Now, of course, the thing about it is that when you have albums like Ready to Die and you have albums like Life After Death, you're going to get a catalog that includes the suicidal thoughts. You're going to get a catalog that includes You're Nobody Till Somebody Kills You, My Downfall, Niggas Bleed. You're going to get that. And to me, those songs were very insightful. They get a lot more credit than what they get, because the idea of a lot of that was like the gangster jiggy shit. You know what I'm saying? Biggie's gangster twist with, Diddy's jiggy shit. But all of those things were very insightful, and You're Nobody Till Somebody Kills You is probably in my top 10 of rap songs of all time.
True. I gotta say this real quick. If Puffy stayed out a lot more, out of a lot of Biggie's songs more, I think it would have been a lot better. I couldn't stand when Puffy just come in sometimes and mess up a perfectly good Biggie song.
Oh, when he get his little writing credits for
yeah.
Take that.
Nigga, shut up.
I'm so glossy.
The track is hot without you.
I'm so glossy.
No disrespect, Puff. Your hustle game on 1,000. Shit is on a million.
I mean, I would never sign a contract with you, but yeah, you're and I'm not even saying it like I'm that great, but I would never sign a contract with you. And that's how I know that I respect your hustle game. Number 3, we have to go with Pac. As far as Pac as a rapper, I would not say that Pac was the greatest lyricist as far as like the syntax, as far as like putting the words together. I would say that Pac probably had the deepest and widest ranging content.
When you say lyricist, you talking about metaphors and everything?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Versus like the content. Like the content was great. That's like, it's almost like, like MLK's "I Had a Dream" speech. How like the things that he said, he wasn't using really an extensive vocabulary. To me, he wasn't.
Well, you talking about the vocabulary, meaning for some of those who don't understand. I guess what?
Big I mean, I'm sorry. Character words? Is not a big word, although some people would consider it a big word. You know what I'm saying?
He's going thesaurus and dictionary on us.
Right.
I was going to say more of the content as when a lot of people didn't realize when he did Me and My Girlfriend, and that it was actually about a gun, but people didn't realize.
Right. But that's what I mean. Once again, the widest ranging content. So so as far as somebody that can get deep with you, as far as somebody that can have the songs about the ladies, and as far as I
want to do this challenge with you real quick.
And I'm sorry, I Get Around might be one of my favorite. It's
name all the girls' song. Name all the songs for females that Biggie did.
Let's see. Well,
go ahead.
It seems like all the songs he did, like he was mentioning, like raping somebody's daddy or sucking somebody's.
No, that's I said for girl.
You look so good, I suck in your daddy dick. But you know, you got Me and My Bitch. You got One More Chance. You can even say that Big Papa is one, and I call that one
because One More Chance. Big Papa was the first one.
Damn, what did I say? Me and My Bitch.
Okay.
I would say, you know, Another. You know, on Life After Death. Dreams of Fucking R&B Bitch. Although that wasn't on an official one of those 2 albums of that.
Okay.
How many of those made it to the radio? I mean, but see, this is my thing.
And I can have in this box.
But this is my thing though. I enjoy the songs about the ladies,
but you're not really there for that.
Yeah, I'm not really there for that.
I hear you.
But that's why I just said that Pac has the most wide-ranging content, because I feel like as far as rappers goes, as a whole, he was the most proficient as far as doing songs for the ladies. Sorry, LL, but the execution was better. You know what I mean? In my opinion. And of course, he is one of probably the most Biggie and Pac are probably the 2 most inspirational guys as far as like guys that you might say. I would say influence. Other people would say biting somebody's style, but I would say influence. Now, so that's why you got to give it to Pac, just because of the content, period.
And how you just touch everybody across the world, no matter where they were.
And this is the thing. And really, if it just came to just rap music, Pac would not be in my top 5. He would not. But Pac is a icon. Pac is truly, as the title of this edition of The Corner, is bigger than hip hop. He truly was bigger than hip hop. If Pac stayed alive, for everybody that's looking for another Malcolm or Martin, Pac would have been that guy. Because right now we have a whole bunch of black leaders who are not really bringing in new ideas. They're bringing in a lot of rehashed ideas. You know what I mean? And because of that, it's not really much revolution. It's not going to be much change. And you're really not going to get behind the young people unless you actually provide change.
Yeah.
And Pac did that.
I would love to see
Pac was doing that.
Big and Pac, I would love to see them both alive.
Oh, hell yeah.
This time right now where they would be.
Oh, hell yeah.
I kind of feel like they were going to squash the beef right before Pac's death.
Yeah.
Because they both even said it was made bigger by the media than what it really was.
Yeah.
And by people taking sides. It wasn't that deep, that serious.
Right. And let me say a number 4. Number 4 has to be Nas. And Nas is one of those guys that all I'm going to tell you is that if Nas ended his career Nostradamus, Nas would not be in my top 20. He would not be in my top 50 if he ended his career on Nostradamus. But with the resurgence after the Jay-Z Nas beef, and I want to speak about that, as we go on briefly. But with the resurgence that he had, he actually had his better catalog, in my opinion, after Nostradamus than before, because he had Illmatic. I mean, you can't touch it. Illmatic, to me, one of my top 10 albums of all time in the mainstream sense. You can't touch it.
Indeed.
Of course, It Was Written. And then I Am was good.
It was good.
Nostradamus
I couldn't get with it that much. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So then, of course, after that, it was Stillmatic. Then the Untitled album, which is a great fucking album. The last one he did, which was a great, I don't even remember the name of the one with daughters and I always forget that. I always forget that one. The one when he had the picture of him holding Khaleesi's dress.
Yeah. What was that one?
I'm not sure.
Didn't he work with his father on one of the songs?
Yeah, on the song. Yeah, he did. And that's why to me, when it comes to Nas, that's what really brings him to the number 4 spot. Because if it wasn't for that resurgence, Rakim would be an undisputed number 4. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 5A and a 5B.
Wait a minute. You can't do like it's a back in the day cassette.
Really? Well, you did say on camera that your number 6 was Eminem.
Nah, I did not say Eminem. You've been drinking, what?
No, your number 6 was Jay-Z. I'm sorry. And no, I haven't been drinking. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I'm tired. We both just got off of work, dude.
Right. I know. I'm tired.
Goodness gracious. I'm glad that I'm going to be off today. So I can do some more shopping, get some more hats. Maybe another. Man, I'm going to be rocking hats like Coley Cole, dog. Like motherfucking Coley Cole.
I'm going to let you talk to LL real second and hold that.
Nah, I ain't talking to LL. I ain't respected LL since before the plastic surgery. But that's another thing. I mean, I'm the guy that says this kind of shit.
I know.
We know this.
I get you. I say,
you know what I mean. But number 5A, Rakim, and I'm gonna say Rakim because number 1, the fucking catalog was dope. A lot of the songs that he did back in the day a lot of those were the first songs that I was actually listening to, because of Yo MTV Raps. Like I did hear Rakim. I did actually have the Rakim cassette tape playing in my Walkman. I didn't buy it until 1996 because I was born in '84. So in 1990, I turned 6 years old. So I was really raised in the '90s. So I wasn't buying my own CDs and tapes and stuff like that until the '90s. And Rakim was my first music project that I ever bought.
Really?
Yeah. 12 years old. Yeah. Okay. Because I wrote my first rhyme when I was 11, and then after that, that's when I actually started buying, shit. But the first ever thing I had was a cassette, and then after that, I bought like a lot of singles, and of course, CDs were out. So yeah, but Rakim's Paid in Full was the first tape that I actually purchased, and to me, that shit was fucking great to me. It's something that's inspired a lot of people, even like the G-Dep album, which a lot of people don't really give a lot of credit for. It's definitely slept on. I'm not going to say free G-Dep because he confessed to a murder. So I'm not going to say free G-Dep, but, hold your head while you're in there. You know what I mean? But on his Child of the Ghetto album, when he did his ode to Microphone Fiend called Dope Fiend, excuse me, to me, that was amazing. That's just a clear example. I mean, then of course, the Juice soundtrack with Over the Ledge.
Hell yeah.
Paid in full. Don't sweat the technique. So he's probably the person on this list with the shortest catalog, other than like a Biggie and Pac, who are always in people's top 5 that I put, because he was one of the greats at the early level.
Yes.
He's one of the greats from the late 80s.
Yes.
And damn it, Kane. Ooh, you in there.
No, we need
in there.
We need to have that as a topic too. The ones that paved the way, but continue.
Yeah. But we're gonna get to that. And then number 5A is Eminem, and that's why I actually misspoke you earlier. This is why.
Okay, I got you.
Eminem has dropped a whole bunch of silly shit. He's talked about killing his mom and since my mom is dead, rest in peace, Lois Norman Wright, Puddin' Wright. I don't really get into that. I didn't even really get into that back then. I don't get into that now. All this shit about like his baby mom and whatever. I didn't really get into that shit. And all like the stupid songs like the Real Slim Shady, Just Lose It.
Well, I mean, you said stupid song.
Yeah, like
you felt like Real Shady and
because this is the problem. He actually had lyrics in those kind of songs. It's just that the way that they were executed, they were very silly. And that's really the reason why everybody doesn't put Eminem at the top, which they actually, or close to the top like they actually should, because it was so much stupid shit in the catalog. Or things that people consider stupid. You know what I mean? It's just that the execution is wrong. I'm not bumping that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not listening to that. I might look at the lyrics, look at the transcript of it, but I'm not bumping that. But he had, The Way I Am. And matter of fact, I don't know if a lot of people that will listen to this, or even you yourself, actually listen to the Marshall Mathers LP Part 2. His last one, he dropped some of his best music there. That's when I can tell that.
I honestly didn't get to hear that.
Yeah. He dropped some of his best music there. You know that. You know he had a road. He admitted to being a drug addict, and he was dealing with that. He's dealing with that kind of stuff, and of course, you know the issues with his mom, the issues with his baby mom. Of course, you know his child is damn near grown, and niggas is actually looking at her like she's hot. I won't comment. I won't comment.
Okay. Thank you.
At all. But I'm just saying it's just a road that he's been on. So you can tell that he's someone that like got his life together, got his life straight on the straight and narrow, left a lot of that shit alone, and now you really it's like if Eminem never did another solo album, that is like the closing scene.
That's the curtain call.
That's the true curtain call. You know what I mean? So that's why I have to give it to Eminem because of that. If Eminem didn't put so much silly shit in there, I might have actually put him number 3 because in my opinion, he's a better rapper than Pac. I just happen to enjoy Big more. And he's the only one that's in the game right now, as far as like a mainstream, as far as one of the biggest stars that can really match up to Jay-Z's catalog in any kind of way. And that's because of the amounts of sales.
I don't know.
Because of course Eminem sold the most.
Didn't even Jay-Z say he didn't want to get into a battle with Eminem and or that
who wants to?
It's not even just the battle part, but just when it comes to lyrics alone.
I mean, for one, well, let's look at this right here. And trust me, I'm not penalizing him for this. But he's white.
It's not even about
No.
His wordplay.
No. But hear what I'm saying though.
All right.
He's not like one of the rest of the white guys. This is my point. He's white, which means that he's going to gravitate to white people, as they are some of our biggest consumers of hip hop, like them and women in general. But and then also he's maybe the white rapper that's the nicest to actually get respect from the brothers. That's why his appeal is so great. Okay. Because it ain't just like, you know what I'm saying, just like he's like a good white rapper and, you know, and white people gravitate to him. No, the niggas give him respect.
Okay.
While people like Machine Gun Kelly, people like Mac Miller, people like Macklemore are still fighting for that when Eminem truly encompasses that.
Yeah.
So that's why I said that he's white. That's really his main appeal. He's a white rapper that appeals to everyone because he's so fucking nice.
Well, we got the top 5 of all time that are alive. What about the top 5 right now in this era? And before you answer, can you pass the cassette?
I like what you did there. Speaking of our music edition today, I purchased this flask here. As you can see, it
true hip hop.
Yeah, it's a cassette. You know what I'm saying? Some true hip hop shit. I'm drinking right now the Pinnacle Peach. Either pay me or tell me to stop. But once I get big, either you're gonna cut me a check or tell me to not do it no more, and then I know I would have did something. You know what I'm saying? But that's definitely a lot tougher than what? Come on, dog.
I got
a top 5 dead or alive. No. That's a list that we formulated.
That was tougher.
Like no, because this is my thing. You can't right now, as far as catalog goes, as long as Jay-Z's still dropping albums, you can't stop him. It's like MJ. When MJ was playing, you weren't going to be better than MJ until he left the game.
All right.
You weren't. So that's why I do that. And then of course Biggie and Pop. I think that my 2 and 3 maybe will never change. It might not ever change. It's just like how most people consider Michael Jordan and they don't give a fuck what a LeBron James or what the fuck a Kobe Bryant or even like a Steph Curry, what anybody would do, he's still the fucking greatest, mainly because of what he's done for the game. Mm-hmm. It's like that's hard to change. So that list has almost been encompassed in my brain. Because truth be told, since I've been young, it hasn't changed. The only thing that I did was I added a 5B, Eminem. Okay. But those top 5 have been my top 5. And the only reason why Eminem has moved up into my 5B because he's actually still been dropping albums. Because my original 5B would have been Big Daddy Kane.
Well, okay, let me put it this way. New cats, new age that came in the last 5 years. We'll get 5
Okay, this is what I want to say. Damn, this is tough. People are going to kill me right now, and I don't even want to admit it.
I want you to go first.
And I don't even want to admit it, but people are going to kill me right now. We're looking at the overall. We're talking about the mainstream appeal. Mainstream appeal. Somebody who's always going to get spins. Somebody who's always going to be nice on the microphone, even though he does way too much singing, which I don't like. But we're talking about the rap.
Drake.
Drizzy Drake.
I give you that. That's one of my top.
He's my top guy right now. He's my top guy because see me and my list
it ain't just the hooks.
Because see me and my list, I'm not necessarily just going with who's my favorite. Because he's not my favorite.
He's not my favorite, yeah.
But this is what you have to look at. When a new cat needs to get put on.
Yeah.
I love McConan. His corny ass has a hit because of Drake. Migos, they were bumping Versace and they had a little bubble. But when Drake got on that shit,
it was fire.
Future. People forget Tony Montana. Who was on that? Drake. So
you gotta say it like that too.
No, I don't. Because he probably talks to his women folk like that. And so
okay, that's not cool. Okay.
Yeah.
If he does it.
I'm just trying to look out for you.
Yeah, I get you.
I'm trying to look out for you, my brother.
Scary.
Yeah. So that's why. It's not that he's my favorite, and like I said, I don't like the fact that he sings so much, and that's mainly because he doesn't really use like a wide range like a regular R&B singer would. So,
but make it sound good.
But you can't deny it.
Yeah.
And
look at Highlight Bling. Look at Highlight Bling.
Highlight. We'll see. We're gonna get into that.
All right.
Because we're gonna get into the highlight. We're gonna get into like what people think about ghostwriting and all that. That's why I'm not even gonna mention that right now.
Right, my bad.
I'm saying my top 5 list.
What's the 2?
Number 2. This is tough.
Oh.
This is tough because I want to say Kendrick. I want to say
Kendrick.
Kendrick.
Him in order, okay.
But I kind of want to make a 2A and a 2B, and then just do a 4 and a 5. See, in this case, I'm gonna take out 3, but I'm gonna do a 2A, 2B, and then I'm gonna do a 4 and a 5.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
2A is J. Cole. 2A is
That's
J.
on my
Cole,
list too.
And I'm gonna tell you why.
All right. Why?
Because J. Cole, first of all, he does it quietly. He does it quietly. No guest appearances.
That's kind of like Nas when he dropped his joint.
Also, because we're talking about today's landscape, I have to mention his mixtapes.
Oh man, what?
The Come Up, the Warm Up, Friday Night Lights, which is definitely up there as far as mixtapes goes.
Indeed.
I have to include his mixtapes. I have to. So I give them even more credence than, let's say, J. Cole, the Sideline Story, like his first joint that had, workout and all of that kind of shit. But he really hit his stride once he was on Born Center. Once he was on Born Center, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm there. This is Jay-Z's protege. This is the motherfucker that I heard from A Star Is Born.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the nigga that built up from there. And it was proud for me to see. And then, of course, 2014 Forest Hills Drive. Who the fuck is going to say something about that album? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Shouts out to Samuel. 2B, now that's Kendrick. Okay. See, this is my thing with Kendrick.
Okay. Are they working on an album together or doing a mixtape or something together?
Nowadays, it's like, I just kind of got to believe it to see it, because probably as far as like joint albums or joint mixtapes that people have actually done that they said that they were going to do and they actually stuck to was Future and Drake. Yeah. And it's one of those things that the way it is that, you got label, you got the labels, you got the artist camps, even though J. Cole and Kendrick's like, well, I want to work with you, you want to work with me, let's get it done. Somebody might want more of a cut. Somebody might be like, well, this is why I'm here. Because the only reason that Future and Drake work is because Drake catered more to Future.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he would never be I feel like that Future would never be able to be Drake. And Drake knew that him being Future was going to get a lot more love than making Future be Drake. In my opinion. So that's why, but Kendrick, I mean, Good Kid, Mad City, you know what I'm saying? The Pimp a Butterfly, also with Section 80. The one thing, the one thing I'll say, a lot of people love To Pimp a Butterfly better, just as far as the content on the album itself. I actually like Good Kid, Mad City because to me it was the better sequence album, and it seemed like more of a movie to me. Like you know how like a lot of artists, like I don't know if you remember The Streets Is Wild. Don't just give me a bottle of Jack Daniels. Nah, I want to cut, nigga. Don't try to fucking cut your locks off and give them to me so I can do a Fetty Wap job. No, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely show me some love.
What's your 3? Or excuse me.
Yeah, that was 2A and 2B.
What's your 4?
My number 4 is so fucking tough.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god. That's where it gets tricky. The top 3 are like undisputed, should be in everybody's top list right now.
They're my list.
As far as the new guys.
Yeah, they're my
There's
list.
guys that are still doing music now, doing music like the T.I.s and the Jeezys. But this is what I'm gonna say. Top 4. This is tough. I really want to say Wale.
I got that.
I really want to say Wale.
People sleep on Wale. He's got lyrical wordplay, his creativity.
But I'm not going to say Wale in this position. I'm going to give you an upset pick. And this is because I've been listening to him since the Young Sinatra mixtape.
My man.
Motherfucking Logic. Logic puts it down.
Hey.
And let me tell you this. This is the landscape of music today. T.I. and Logic's first album, and what was it? Paperwork, dropped within the same month, I believe. Both of them.
Same album or mixtape?
The album.
You sure? The Paperwork?
Yeah. The Under Pressure and the Paperwork.
It dropped the same.
It dropped like the same month.
And who sold the most? It was Logic, if I remember correctly, wasn't it?
I think they both sold in like that 70,000 album range, and I think that Logic had like had the edge. He might have had like 78, while T.I. had like 75. Still, I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that.
Something a lot of people don't know. Logic put, if I remember correctly, 500,000 of his own money into his album, his freshman album, that he made on his own. Doing this. Yeah.
So pretty much because of that, because of the fact that to me he kind of came out of nowhere. Of course, he's backed by No ID, who was definitely he was definitely famous for a lot of Kanye West's early success. He was Kanye's mentor,
which explains why Logic likes Southside Chicago.
Exactly, which is why that label is in a better is in a better position. I think he's Def Jam.
They're doing bad. That's what I'm saying. I think they're Def Jam.
Yeah. So I have to give it to him. I mean, a lot of people are gonna say, "Yo, you full of shit. You fucking up." But this is my opinion here.
You got to give it a
and
listen,
see me.
You'll find out.
I'm not like the rest of social media. I don't want you to just get in line with my opinion just because I say it.
Believe
I want everybody to be free thinkers.
There you go.
I want no one to follow groupthink, and I don't want anybody to think that I'm a piece of shit just because I have Logic in my list and you don't.
So let me ask you this: if Logic is number 4, does that move Wale to 5?
Let's see. Who's my number 5? Should I do suspense? Number 5. As much as I want to say Wale. As much as I want to say Wale.
I want to know who it is.
I'm going to say Wale. Wale is number 5.
I ain't got to get my list because you just gave my list right there.
Wale is number 5.
That is my 5 list right now in this era.
And I'm going to tell you, Wale, if this was attention deficit
Wale,
when Wale was coming from being a mixtape rapper and trying to find his way in the mainstream game,
I think between him and Drake, and Logic, they made the biggest mixtape noise at that time back in the day.
I'm sorry, because Young Sinatra, I can still play cover to cover. I actually slightly like Young Sinatra more than I like Under Pressure. Because I haven't even heard the new one yet.
Well, you do know a lot of those songs transition from that to.
I mean, of course. But see, it's the feeling that you get. like when I heard that nigga, when I heard him rap on that fucking what's the shit? Outkast. The Sergeant Jackson.
Yeah.
When he rapped on that shit, when he ripped it. I mean, of course, I'm an Outkast fan.
Shout out Outkast, you helped shape a mold.
I am an Outkast fan. I am one of the biggest Outkast fans. They're definitely one of my top groups of all time. So, but he fucking the way that he rips the track, the way that he fucking rides the track is ridiculous, man. Is ridiculous. And the one thing I will give him respect for, he said some of the realest shit that I've ever heard. When he said that, look, I'm half and half white, half black, but I look white. And he admits that he looks white.
So he knows
he said that as much as he wants to just say the N-word in the songs.
He does sometimes.
Very
seldom.
But he wants to seldom do it. And he also doesn't just want to say it around people that he doesn't know because he knows that
they're gonna look at him.
They're gonna look at him crazy for a second until they realize that he's black.
No, they won't realize it because he knows that it's hard to explain it.
So take note, white people. He's mixed. And some of you are not.
A lot of you are not.
Take notes.
But
I mean, I don't know with some of these white girls' asses coming out, man. They
have some black in them.
They mix with donkey. They mix with horse.
Donkey and horse.
God dang it.
Well, you said Wale is your number 5.
Squad game on a trillion.
Specifically, why is he your number 5?
He's my number 5 because I knew that he was one of my top 5, and I had to put him somewhere. As far as like the honorable mentions, like the Big Seans, like the Meek Mills. First of all, Meek Mill, even though you probably may have had my favorite intro of all time, the favorite intro of a lot of people's, that was Dreams and Nightmares. That might have been your hottest joint on that album. Dreams Worth the Money. The Nicki songs. Rico or Drake Outshined You.
But he still got the girl. I mean, that's kind of like the rich guy outshining the poor guy, but the poor guy still ends up with the girl.
But see, you know my opinion on fake body parts. So to me, Nicki isn't that much of a prize. Hello. What did I say? I told you this the other night.
Yes, you did.
I said that with the fucking dogs that I have fucked, the way that you would look at some of these girls, hey, a fake ass, a fake titties, a fake nose, a fake hair. That's not that bad. So, I mean, everybody's got to go home with somebody.
Well, let me ask you this.
But I will give him respect because that's the girl that he always wanted. He actually did a freestyle about it like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, so he's gonna get it.
Because did he still have the nappy braids in? Or did he cut his hair off by then?
No, I think he still had the braids.
Okay. So yeah. So I give you respect for that. I give you respect for that. You know what I mean? So Wale is still like I was saying, if it was attention deficit Wale, I couldn't give him that shine. I couldn't give him that shine at all. But because of the fact that he got better to me every album.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I'm saying? From Ambition to The Gifted and to the album About Nothing. I just hope that he keeps his incline going. Because he could really put the DMV on the map for rap. Between him and Logic.
Yeah. You got some other cats coming out that might be doing.
Yeah, you do.
That's what I was going to get to next. What 3, if anywhere between 3 to 5 people, would you tell people to look out now? That's kind of still underground, still mixtaping, but making some noise to where they can get mainstream. Should they look out for?
I mean, I fuck with the Joyner Lucas. Like.
Oh yeah, Joyner Lucas, Tink.
Tink is kind of out there though.
Not as.
See, this is what I mean. She already has a big cosign. She's had Timbaland running on various radio shows saying that she's the next. he was actually on stage in one of her shows saying that Aaliyah came to him in the dream and said that she was the one.
Well, let me ask you this: has she dropped the album yet?
No.
That's what I'm talking.
But this is my thing, though. Sometimes we don't have to treat these rappers like the #1 draft pick up to date.
No, we don't have to.
Sometimes we have to treat them as the Aaron Rodgers. Let them get the game from the mentors before they just drop anything out.
Which is actually brilliant.
And then you actually have somebody that is worth their weight in gold. That's what I want for that. But of course, it's music.
What about
it's microwave?
My third would be Young Mo, and he's from Virginia. He's part of the DMV. He's got a little something. He needs to work a little more on something because he's more streets than anything. If he's got his foot in the door, he's working with a lot of different people, but he just needs. It's something missing. I just don't know what it is.
Right. I don't think it's going to translate to that level. I think it's other people that will translate to a bigger level. If drill music didn't encompass a scene of kids, a scene of young people in Chicago that are hurting and killing each other on the daily, I would definitely want to see Lil Herb make his mark because he's not just a regular drill guy.
Shout out Lil Herb.
He talks some shit. He speaks some shit.
Yeah, he does.
So yeah, I'm going to give him all the credit in the world.
You know what? Yeah, swap out. I saw Young, but he's got a valid point right there. Young, you still up? Well, I'll give it 3A and 3B for myself.
So that's number 2. 3 is so tough. I almost kind of want to just put Tink in there just to say, fuck it. But my problem is that there's a lot of guys that are coming and going. Yeah, I thought at one point that Isaiah Rashad would have been one of those guys.
Don't even know what happened.
I want to say Manolo Rose because I feel like he's different. I feel like his energy is infectious. I definitely love Run Ricky Run. I love Super Flexing. Yeah. I love him on It's All About the Money. If any other rapper did that song, I don't know. It's a joke. I don't know if I really have a third. Who's the third? See, because I'm so.
You know what? I give another one. You probably don't know him because this is his personal source.
Give me something.
Anthony Anton. He right now, you don't know him. That's somebody I personally know. My best friend that was shot and killed. That's his cousin. He's been making noise from the DMV to California. He's been on a lot of team backpack stuff. He, I think he holds the record. Don't quote me on this because I could be wrong, but I think he holds the Guinness World Record for longest freestyling or something like that. Because he actually freestyles off the top of his head. When he was in the final rounds of Team Backpack, shout out to Team Backpack, by the way.
Yeah.
He actually freestyled his verse that he spit there. Nobody else freestyled. They already had this stuff pretty much ready, you could tell. And still killed it. It wasn't something that some people were like, well, it wasn't super badass, super big, but it was big if you freestyled off the top against dudes like that. Oh, and I think his name is Locksmith.
But he's been around. See, I don't know if he's ever going to translate. He's been around so long at this point that I'm just not sure he's going to translate. But I've definitely been rocking with Locksmith for years. Matter of fact, I got a third.
Here we go.
Anticipation. I like to call her Lil Biggie. Well, she looks just like the main girl from Total. But the little chick on Empire that be rapping is out for the Chrome Rocket. It's like,
you did not just say she look like Pam, though.
Hey. Free Gas got bars. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. For the real niggas that know.
She keeps slipping up. If I remember correctly, Lucius promised her father he would boom, 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 bang, 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 bang.
We're not even gonna talk about that. That was such a miscast. It was ridiculous. But I got the third. He's a guy that a lot of people don't know about right now. Sometimes I tiptoe out the game. Sometimes I have to get back in the game. I think I might be getting back in the game. But hey, I'm gonna say Koff Biz. I'm gonna say me. I mean, because I have nobody else. I'm sorry, I don't have anybody else.
If you're gonna talk shit here right now, you're gonna have to put it down, let them know, because they're gonna hold you to that.
All right, what I'm gonna do is because I'm not even gonna front like I'm like the best freestyler And I don't even try to really be a freestyler, mainly because I actually like to tell a story. I actually like to write things. I actually like to revise and edit. I'm just gonna give you guys one of my favorite verses that I've ever spit. My niggas in PA, my shouts out to my Ethereal gang. They know about it. I'm just gonna do it very subtly. You know, there we go. These niggas mad that I'm a kingdom. Fuck being a slave in the mind. I want freedom. Go to war. Only space and opportunities between us. Murk him because he's worthless. A 3-ring circus with his verses. The only perfect one is who you worship. Shake his whole earth. Now you wonder why he's not in the earth and then take him there. Against a lyrical assassin, he's shaking scared. His fucking soul jumped out of him, now his naked bed. We caking here because we must. I trust that God will leave me as the best when I'm dead and gone. Civilizations will fall when I bare my arms. Have him mad because he's scared of cough and can't shake the fear. Top 20 of the flowers that you know of. The great white shark in your ocean. I'm staying proud and I'm so bold because I'm close to be the realest round, all because my bars are strong enough to put gorillas down. That's just one of my favorites I've ever spit, you know. But whenever I go to PA, they always wanted to spit it again. But I mean, I'm saying this is the thing about me though. I don't really know if I really deserve to be on that list, only because I do music because it's therapeutic. I do music because if I didn't do music, I would probably be dead. I probably needed a therapist, and it probably it probably kept me from snapping and killing somebody, or snapping and killing myself, or getting killed by somebody. So that's the thing about me. So I actually care more about music being a therapeutic success personally for me than it actually seeing the light of day, because I do want to be like, my thing is that I want to be a hub for the hip hop culture. That's why I do these things. I do these video feeds and have these conversations and always try to be open and have everybody have certain explanations. This motherfucker's trying to be LO for the camera. Always try to have certain explanations for things. And just make sure that no one sounds too stupid for their opinion. I just want people to just make sure that they are ready and willing to back it up when they say it, because that's what we need more. We need less of these rappers, and we need more intelligent conversation. So that's really my focus. But who knows? I might get in that motherfucking game.
All right.
All right. So now, far as beefs go, give me your favorite beef of all time.
What's the meaning to choose from? My favorite beef of all time. I would have to say, oh man, I want to say Biggie and Pac, but like I said, that one was something smaller than what it was, because I want to kind of go deeper into that, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go for more what I thought was hilarious. And I'm going to say 50 or Ja Rule or Murder Inc. MG Unit. It's because it was hilarious to me.
Jeffrey Atkins.
It was just hilarious to me. That's why I'm picking
that. Does not bother nobody.
Leave Jeffrey alone. Oh my God.
Shout out to Alex Thomas. That's a funny ass fucking comedian, man. Shout out for that motherfucker.
That was hilarious.
Guest voice on there.
I would definitely say that's my favorite beef, because, I mean, the one thing I do respect about the beef is, Ja was real about the joint, like, yeah, this, that. Even 50 was real about, everything that occurred from from where 50 first came out, was calling Ja fake. 50 knew Ja, and this is my personal opinion too. Ja wasn't technically fake, but he was calling him out on a lot of bullshit that Ja couldn't really answer.
All right, now, because I'm gonna get into my favorite beef and my best beef record. Now, give me your best beef record.
Best beef record.
To me, it's pretty fucking easy. What you want?
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, I want to hear what, to me, this is pretty fucking easy has to say.
Okay, well, first I'm gonna give my best beef then, since I had to. Go ahead. I actually like it when guys were actually in the same circle, and then something happens where somebody leaves the group or somebody leaves the label, and then somebody has to actually talk about something. I think that the greatest collection, as far as like a back and forth, and I'm just talking about one song to one song.
Okay.
I gotta give it to Dre and Snoop Dogg and Eazy-E, because I fucking love Real Compton City G's, or really real motherfucking G's. And then Dre Day. Yeah. And that's because, both of them, they had inside information. These were guys that, were in a group. And those were actually, and as far as Dre and Eazy-E, those were the guys that actually put the group together.
Yes.
Because Eazy-E was the money man that was working with Jerry Heller, the manager at the time.
Yep.
And of course, Dr. Dre was the guy that first reached out to Eazy. I mean, of course, Ice Cube was the pen behind it. And of course, MC Ren and MC Ren definitely slept on because he definitely helped pen a great Niggas for Life album without Ice Cube, even though I think Ice Cube's pen, I think Ice Cube's pen was better than MC Ren's.
Of course.
Ice Cube is actually definitely one of my top 10. But that's why I have to give that because, and even though these are two guys that, of course, people like, of course, Eazy-E didn't write everything. Of course, Dre didn't write everything.
Yeah.
Of course, Snoop was the pen behind Dre and Dre Day and Nothing But a Street Thing, which is probably the song that as soon as that music comes on, and you do that 1, 2, 3 to the 4, Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the door. Like, that's one of those songs that you can reverse cover to cover without hearing the beat, without hearing the lyrics behind it. You know what I'm saying? So
no matter where you play it.
So Snoop Dogg is definitely one of the greatest pins of the game.
Yes.
But that's why I actually consider that, the greatest beef in my opinion. I know people are going to talk about Common and Ice Cube. I know people are going to talk about Jay-Z and Nas. I know people are going to talk about Meek Mill and Drake. Right. the devastation, the domination, the killing, the hanging, the lynching. But so now I'm going to transfer to my best beef record.
Yes.
My best beef record of all time to me, and it's tough, but not the most lyrical of the bunch, but as far as the impact that it had, Back Down. 50's Back Down, yo. That killed Ja. That one record killed Ja. Especially when that motherfucker said, my favorite bar of that shit was when he was like, yo, you ain't never gonna sell Mitsubishi Tire Crack Child. I was like, what? I was like, yo, that shit was fucking amazing to me. And of course, the 1A is like when they all did Hail Mary against Ja.
Oh, man.
Anytime you got 50 and Eminem on the same diss track.
You ain't Pop. This is Tupac. Well, okay.
And
Ja was trying to be like Pop when you think about it, just like Lil Zane was.
Pain is Love. matter of fact, was it the Pain is Love album when he covered Tupac So Much Pain?
It might have been.
Yeah, I think that was. And I'm listening to this shit like, man, that shit. Once I heard that shit, because I was buying albums by that time, and I bought that album.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, at that time, I was buying everybody's album.
Oh, okay. So you just
I was just buying everybody's album because I was just getting a whole bunch of disposable money at that time. Like my father, he was playing craps and he used to just give me all his ones. So I just get like 118 ones, 49 ones. One time he gave me 49 silver dollar ones, like the dollar bill that had silver dollar written on it. You don't even know about that shit.
I forgot about that.
You didn't know? Yeah, niggas don't even know about that shit. Especially you goddamn millennials. You know what I'm saying? Man. So I just had disposable income. So I would just,
it makes sense if you had disposable income.
I would just buy an album every so often. You know what I mean? So and then like it was like a little thing in middle school and high school where we used to, like, in the summertime, we used to go to Pentagon City every fucking weekend. And while everybody else was like buying clothes and shoes, I would just buy like a whole bunch of fucking CDs. That was just me. That's just how I was. I would just buy a whole bunch of CDs and tapes. But to me, like, that was my thing. Like that song right there, when I listened to that song, it made me want to turn on to Above the Rim because I had the tape at that time.
Of course.
And listen to the fucking real
original.
Who
was on there with Pac? It was a big side. No. It was
it definitely wasn't Ja.
Oh my God.
It definitely wasn't Ja. But yeah, so that right there, that was the song that killed somebody's career. You know what I'm saying? And it was so venomous. It was so
I'm gonna say before that, for me, my first favorite beef record, I'm gonna have to say is Hit 'Em Up, only because I'm gonna tell you why.
You're a Pac fan. It did bang, and he actually said his name.
That's what I said. Didn't just say they said everybody's name he had a beef with.
The nigga mocked the Get Money song.
I know.
He mocked the Get. He had the fake little Kevin and Joe. Hey yo, that shit was getting them.
And that's my point. You don't see that no more. When people have beef, they kind of
and it still bangs in the club. And it still bangs in the club.
If you got beef with somebody, come out man to man, come out woman to woman, stand in there and say what your problem is and handle the shit.
And that's why for everybody for Who Shot You, that was not a Biggie diss record against Tupac.
It was not.
He said it himself.
Way before that happened.
He said it himself. But of course, people, since they like to ride dicks, it's a whole bunch of people that love to ride.
Roxy Reynolds.
There's a whole bunch of people that like to ride dicks. And of course, they're like, just because they wanted to be like the East Coast, West Coast, yeah, we got something for the East Coast. Yeah, Biggie did Who Shot You. And it wasn't even a real diss, but fuck it, you got shot. So what? Who gives a fuck? But so I mean, to me, I can't argue with that. I have my favorite for my reasons, but I can't argue that. I couldn't even argue right now. Somebody said back to back. And I actually heard on the podcast where the motherfucker said, "Yo, Back to Back was the nicest diss record ever."
Oh yeah, that was Wale.
Yeah,
he said that was the most.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That wasn't the podcast. I'm sorry. They of course said Charlamagne works on Breakfast Club, and then he brought it up again on.
Yeah, it wasn't the podcast.
It was on Breakfast Club. That's right. Yeah, that was because he's like, yo, he ain't disrespect him. He ain't call him a bitch ass nigga. He ain't call him a snitch. He wasn't like I was gonna kill you. That was like the 3-minute long therapy session. That was like couples therapy. Like, Miko, you ready for this?
Yeah.
All this attention that you're getting for no real reason because you're not bringing it.
Kind of does feel that way.
Yeah. The fact that your girl lets you finish the show sometimes. Because it definitely wasn't your tour. And it just made sense. And see, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. And see, that's what I mean. And see, that's what I'm talking about when it comes to Pac. See, like when he said, you know what I'm saying, is that a world tour? Is that your girl's tour? You know what I'm saying? Like, those is what I'm talking about as far as like the simple bars that hold so much weight because the content is there. Because we can listen to this shit and we all know we don't need nothing too complicated to explain it. I mean, it's right there.
You can't hate on Meek Mills for making his money while still smashing.
No. This is why I'm going to hate on Meek Mill. Meek Mill, every time that somebody doesn't do something for him, this nigga, and see, that's why the trigger fingers from the Twitter fingers line was so resonant as well. Because nigga, Meek, you supposed to be the gangster. You the nigga. I saw you battle rapping niggas for 15 minutes on Philly plots with fuzzy ass braids in your hair. Now your way of beef is fucking Twitter.
Again.
And Peep Gang.
Technically, isn't Nicki older than Meek?
Yeah.
So, not technically, but she is. So technically is what I'm about to say. Wouldn't that make
But her body parts are not.
Go sit in the corner.
Yeah. I'm speaking truth out here.
In the corner. Anyway.
I'm speaking truth out here.
I'm just saying, technically.
All I'm going to say is this.
She's a sugar mama.
All I'm going to say is this. Your walls are made of realer material than Nicki Minaj's body parts.
And it was said by him. All right.
Yeah, I mean.
But technically, that's what she
see, this is my thing. I've been a Nicki Minaj fan since 07, 08. I actually subscribed to her YouTube page from the jump off 07 and then on. I saw your little skinny boy body. You did have a decent set of boobs, but you know what I'm saying? You look like one of the little fucking dolls from Tales from the Hood.
What he's saying is he likes you more natural than now.
Yeah, but see, no, it's not even just that. It's the fact that it's the fact that like when you came out, like I actually appreciate the chicks to say, yes, I did plastic surgery. But when you came out, like when you came back out that summer when you was in the line with Gucci and all of them, and you was like, yeah, it must be all this cornbread and grits that I'm eating, the reason why I got this body.
No, she knows what she was doing. I'm pretty sure she came up with the idea of saying Barbies when she was becoming
right.
Barbie.
First of all, why the fuck would you not even admit to getting fake body parts when you called yourself a fucking Barbie? And this is not even. See, this is my thing. once again, where everybody gets sensitive, and I know that Nicki Minaj is sensitive because Charlamagne said that he didn't like Anaconda, and because of that, even though she used to come on the show all the time, those are her people. Ever since he said that, now she don't fuck with him no more. So I know that you're sensitive.
Anaconda wasn't that great of a jump to me.
But because of the fact that she feels like he knows her, and because of that, like you should support everything. Like if my shit is whack, my nigga, tell me.
Indeed. It's called constructive criticism.
Matter of fact, let me disclose something. This is actually a redo of an episode that we did Saturday.
Indeed.
2 things happened. Number 1, the audio was fucked up, so we had to do it again.
Yeah.
Number 3,
which is why we 1 man short.
Number 3, I actually feel like that was our worst episode ever because me just being the one that created this shit and put this shit together, and I'm almost like moderating the conversation between my man Reminisce and my man Keon, who is not here today because he's a bitch ass nigga. Got love for you, dog. I really do. But you a bitch ass nigga too. Now, once again, that's constructive criticism. Now, I can admit that I was in control of that. I didn't do a mic check beforehand. I take the blame, and I had the hardest day. I was upset about that shit the entire day because I really do want this shit to become great. I really do. I want you people to grow with us as we're doing what we're doing. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
ups and downs.
So that's the thing that I will disclose. And people have told me the things that I've said that are pretty incendiary, like if you hunt animals, why not just kill a dog? Mm-hmm. I say things like that are incendiary, but they still make sense. But I know that everybody's not going to get it, so I know that somebody's going to criticize me about that. But I can take it though.
Of course.
I understand that somebody doesn't like what I say. So when you don't really understand why somebody doesn't like what you say, then I lose respect for you. Then you're talking about how fucking corny your ex-boyfriend Safari is, but you were the girlfriend, which then explains how corny you are.
So if he was so corny and it was her that made her career, why was she with him so long?
Like me. Like I said earlier, I have fucked what some people would consider some dogs. And I take full responsibility of that. I'm not telling nobody that I fucked the baddest chicks. I mean, I might be able to if I wanted to.
I mean, every guy knocks down a wildebeest or two.
Yeah. But it's like, I don't fucking care. And then somebody calls me out, they're like, yeah, that chick was ugly as shit. I'm like, well, hey, I got the pussy though. That's what my one man Fitz told me. He was like, you know what? I have seen you fuck some of the ugliest chicks I've ever seen. And maybe I'm exaggerating that, but I'm just gonna go off of that. But he said, you know what? You was getting more pussy than us. That's it. Probably if I wanted to date a better caliber, I would probably have fucked more chicks by that time. So it happens. If somebody tells me that, I don't fucking care. A nigga told me that a chick that I fucked before, because he fucked her, that he's like, yo, I got this badass chick. And I was like, nigga, I fucked her. She's a 6. She's a 6. And I fucked that before him. Sorry for the tirade. The moral of the story is be able to take constructive criticism and don't be surprised if somebody criticizes you. Everything isn't so fucking malicious. Indeed. Somebody just has an opinion against you. Everybody has a different opinion. That's all.
Respect one's opinion. You don't have to agree, but you can respect them.
That's like me. I felt like Eminem was a sucker when he did Just Lose It. But that doesn't take away the rest of his fucking catalog. That's not going to make me stop listening to Marshall Mathers LP. It's not going to make me stop listening to the Slim Shady LP because you had one fucking whack song. But in this microwave society that we have, and some of the celebrities that we have that deal in this microwave society want somebody to always think of them as hot at all times. But if you ain't doing hot shit, you cold, nigga. Make something hot then. Make something hot. Period. So
no maxi pad.
What? Yeah, but that's my whole thing with that. Sorry for the tirade, but I definitely had to get that off of my chest because I know for a fact that when it comes to hip hop culture as a whole, because I'm going to transition to something here, but everybody has to be liked. Everybody has to be looked at as so real. Why do you think that is?
I think that is because the way society is now, so especially depending on where you grow up. Fatherless. I'm just gonna say, in my opinion, a lot of kids being raised the wrong way or not being raised at all because they're being raised by babies and are not putting anything constructive.
And not even just babies. Just because my parents was in my 30s, and I just don't think. Yeah, my parents was in within their 30s when they had me, and I just don't think that my dad was ready to be like to be a parent. And that's not even. See, once again, for the sensitive people, that's not a knock to him. You're not going to expect everybody to be great parents.
But see,
I'm definitely happy that my father is the best person that he's ever been right now. But if you don't have the skill, you don't have the skill. That's like me saying.
I wouldn't say it's a skill per se. I would say it's a mind frame, because so many people think just because they're 30, just because they're 25, just because they're 40, that they're grown, but they can still be stuck.
Well, let me just say this. Let me just say this. If Ghostface Killah, one of the greatest rappers of all time, if I saw him ride a unicycle and bust his ass, and then motherfuckers on social media be like, yo, look at this corny nigga Ghostface Killah. He's falling on a unicycle. I don't give a fuck about him riding no goddamn unicycle. I care about the bars. That's what I care about.
Indeed. Well, you know what?
I'm not looking at him for that.
I think that's pretty much why didn't Meth go off about that shit about how he feels social media is the worst thing that ever happened to the game?
We're using social media for good, to get original ideas, to create a forum out to the public, But we're not using this shit to get fresh ass shots and show off our fucking ass shots. Where if either one of us did that, that's another whole conversation in itself.
It shouldn't even. I'm just gonna be honest.
Exactly. But we're not using it for that.
Yeah.
We're not using it just to share things to get people riled up, or just to get people on your side, or the mind fuck or manipulate people. We're just having an open forum.
Pretty much.
And usually on these forums, I admit my faults on these forums.
And
because we all have faults.
And that's a good thing. If we can reach out and touch people to where they can think on their own instead of being followers, become leaders, become productive, and get away from this whole, it's cool to be a thug, it's cool to try to be hard, especially when you're not that, and it's not your lifestyle, but you just see it on BET, MTV, you know what I'm saying, in the magazines, hear it in the music. Well, you think, that's life, that's the way, that's living, you know what I'm saying? That's that life.
Yeah.
That's that rich life. No, it's not. And that's the big problem right now. And you know what? I'm going to say media has a big thing to do with it.
You got dang right they do.
It has a really, really, really big thing to do with it. It blinds us so.
Police brutality and gun control did not become an issue just 2 years ago.
Yep.
It's been an issue the whole fucking time.
Thank you.
The whole time. I don't need to see motherfuckers get killed on camera
to know what's going
on. I am a black man. I've never been called a nigga to my face by a white person. That does not mean that I don't think that racism exists. That I don't think that somebody can be calling me that shit from my back. And sometimes, fuck it, I can act niggerish. And what's the problem with that?
I mean, anybody can act niggerish.
Exactly, because that's not a race thing.
Don't matter what race you are.
You know what I mean? And that's my fucking problem with people. All these people right now that are on Facebook making temporary flag pics, you know what I'm saying, for France. Now, I do get that some people that I actually know are actually doing this. Some people that I actually normally respect. In my opinion, I wouldn't do that shit because I think that it's corny. I know that we dealt with various things, like the whole thing in Kenya where people were dying left and right at one point. And it was similar numbers to the shit in France. But it's what the media is getting out there. That's what the media is getting out. So people are latching on it. And with social media, with people sharing things on Facebook and on Twitter, it's becoming more widespread than ever. But I'm not just going to share this because everybody's sharing something. And that's not me saying that because...
He's not saying...
I'm not saying I don't give a fuck about France because I don't want to see any bloodshed. But to me, if there's an abundance of people, there's going to be a good amount of people that are just doing it because of a fad and because they're not informed. And that's why I wanted to preface it by saying I know that there's people that I know that have done this that I respect fully. And I don't even think that that was their intention. I think that there are some people that are informed, but I think that there's a lot of people that aren't informed and they just do this shit just to do shit because they want to be the 190 millionth person that has a fucking temporary flag of France on their profile pic on Facebook. And that's the shit that, to me, that's the shit that bothers me about social media.
Indeed. And getting back on topic, what influences young minds to believe that that type of shit is cool.
I mean, we kind of on topic still because social media, the only social media that we used to have was rap music.
You know what?
Rap music touched everybody.
It still does.
We were like, and I'm not saying we, I mean, I just feel like I'm a part of the hip hop culture, but our music was resonating in Japan and resonating in Germany and resonating in Australia. And these people were bigging this shit up. These people knew every word. They knew more words than I fucking knew. You know? Because some people, because
just came out, I know.
Because rap music is the voice of the voiceless in a lot of cases.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people that, because unfortunately, there's people that are selling drugs in our community, people that are committing violent acts in our community because they just feel like that there's no hope. And you're not going to be able to raise awareness and open up the amount of hope without a public forum. And that's what rap was, a public forum. It was a way for me, like even like when I first started rapping, like I'm talking about 2010, when I was doing all my shit in my mama's, in the crib with my mom. And I was just doing this shit in my room, just recording shit in my room, just getting it out. It was this motherfucker. I knew an Arab cat from the UK. Or I don't know if it's the more politically correct shit to say is Middle Eastern, even though I'm not saying Arab I'm just saying it because that was his nationality, but he was in the UK. He lived in the UK. He's born and raised in the UK, but he's an Arab. Now, this guy was listening to my music. He would criticize it. It was this guy from Australia who every time I dropped something, gave me constructive criticism. He's like, oh, this shit is whack. This shit is great. Here's some shit that I've heard. Go ahead and listen to this shit. Here's some shit that I've done. Listen to this shit. That's a sharing of ideas. That's an open forum.
Yeah.
From motherfuckers that I would never meet in life. From places that I might never meet in, that I might never ever touch in life.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. And I feel like rap music had people a lot more informed than the social media bullshit.
Indeed.
And that's what it's about to me. To me, it's about a sharing of ideas in an open forum. You know, the people want to talk about, us talking, fucking all the women and killing people, this, that, and the third. Like, no one but genre talks about that.
I know, right? Rock, country. They also talk about jazz, blues.
Yeah. Because this is my thing. And see, this is the thing. This is where people kind of like, that's why I wouldn't talk about certain things like killing people and stuff like that and saying it like I am killing people. There might be a day, like a lot of people have had a day, where motherfuckers is pissing you off. People are making you mad. You might only have $20 in your bank account. You might only have bread and cheese in your refrigerator, and that's all that you have to eat. All you have to drink is the tap water that's fucking your insides up. Somebody might argue with you or do something to you, just say some random shit, you might lose it. You might want to kill somebody. You might not commit that act because that's not you, but you might want to kill somebody. What's the problem with open expression? I've had a desire to kill somebody before. I have not had the desire as a fucking 31-year-old man to fucking date a 17-year-old, 16-year-old, even though in some places in the world it's actually legal to do. I don't have those desires, so I'm not gonna rap about it. But I might rap about the desire to kill someone at a particular moment. That doesn't mean I'm out here catching bodies. That doesn't mean I'm out here like natural born killer with the shaved head like Woody Harrelson and Juliette Lewis in the movie. That just means that I'm a human that has open expression, that has emotions, that has feelings, that deals with bullshit, Just like everybody else, no matter how much money you make, no matter where you live, no matter what you eat or breathe, we all have certain bullshit on different levels. And that's what rap music and music as a whole, that's what brings us together. You know what I mean? Now, because we about to close this shit soon, I didn't really want to get too militant, but I'm sorry, the subject of music, as it's like the main reason that I'm still breathing on this earth right now, and I can't stop reiterating that point, it does take me a place. And I might write some shit today because of what I've actually been thinking about. I'm more than a cool nigga with a hat and a scarf. I feel this. Now, for you, what are your aspirations in this world of hip hop as the culture? As far as being a rapper, as far as being a blogger, as far as being a video feeder or a podcaster, or do you want to limit yourself with anything? What are your aspirations in this shit?
Honestly, I would like to put a stamp in some way, somehow, not put a stamp on it. Like Pac said, be that spark, that person that ignites that spark in somebody to do something.
I might not be the person that changes the world, but I can spark the brain of the person that changes the world.
It doesn't have to be anything super big. If I'm just that cog that gets put in the machine to make it all work together for something bigger, I'll be that. Period. And for me, that means getting more involved, like I said, not just in the music, be on the podcast. It could be through going throughout to the community, because that's something big I want to do too. Go out to the community, help out with the music school program somehow, because they're still trying to cancel a lot of these music arts programs, should I say? And schools would actually help improve and actually brings.
I mean, I think they do want to contribute to people who just failing. They don't want people to live out their dreams. I mean, because bottom line, if somebody actually wants to live out their dream, if they're not a person for school. If they're not a person, just for the regular live workforce, I mean, you can tell people all the time that they can't achieve their dreams, but it's better to tell somebody to go for your dreams than to be mediocre in some shit that you don't even love
to do. Indeed.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's my action. Just to be, because I'm not the type to just stand in the limelight and be awed over. And so I would love to. I feel more comfortable in the background, you know what I'm saying, in the cut, but making a bigger difference. What about yourself?
I mean, first of all, I want to say that to me, it wouldn't be about money, power, respect. It would actually be about continuing a legacy.
Indeed.
This is something that people don't realize. I went to college. I went to college because my mother wanted me to go to college. No bones about it. By that time, I was done with school. If I had it my way, if I actually had the strength and the courage to do what I wanted to do, I might have, went to school for music. Actually learn like the mixing process, the engineering process, and actually acted more out, there. And then, also became like a media heavyweight as far as, getting my voice out to the people, whether it be through print, whether it be through media, whether it be through music, whatever the case may be. Because the one thing that I do want to do is that if I ever have children, leave a legacy to say that, well, hey, even if I wasn't, because my philosophy is that, because people, especially the biggest thing in hip hop is with beats and stuff like that, people sometimes talk about how much money they made, how many albums that they sold, this, that, and the third. But people don't realize that Jay-Z has been in the same room where people might think it's just ordinary bloggers. My thing is that if I have children, even if I can't give them, that $100,000 over 4 years education that some people might clamor and crave for. My thing is that, hey, if I remain a cool contact with Jay-Z's publicist, and if they want to go into music, I can get my kid in the door just from that relationship. You know what I'm saying? If I know somebody, an athlete, like in athletics, whether it be just in the limelight as far as sports goes, or even somebody being in sports medicine or something like that, if that's what my kid wants to do, I got a way for them to get into the door. That's what I would like. But I would like to be the inspiration for people to live out their dreams. Because me, I'm an ordinary motherfucker in a lot of ways. And I don't mean I'm an ordinary motherfucker that I'm not never gonna be shit. I mean I'm an ordinary motherfucker because I breathe oxygen, I retain water, I sweat, I bleed, I take a shit, I piss, like anybody else. And ordinary people can do extraordinary things.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what it is to me. So any way that I can do that, I would love to do that. But my main thing and the thing that's the most important, you know, speaking to the point where you're talking about Pac, you know, sparking the brain to change the world, we're not going to do that unless we have open dialogue. Sometimes, don't be afraid to be wrong. Don't be afraid to talk to somebody about some shit that you don't know and learn.
Indeed.
People are racist because they're too scared to learn another way. People are stuck in their jobs. People are overprotective of their kids because sometimes they don't know another way. They're not open enough. They're too fearful to learn anything else,
or to look at it from
look at it from a different perspective.
Yeah.
The thing that me and my man right here do, and also my boy Keon, who's not here. Shouts out to Keon. He's still a bitch ass nigga.
Thank you. I pointed. You said it. You know.
But the thing that we do is, sometimes we may argue because there's some kind of misconception that people think that, oh, we just always agree. That's the farthest thing from the truth.
Yeah.
But this is what we do. And no taking shits. What we do is, I have to clarify that. But what we do is, we say, well, hey, I had this point, I had this viewpoint, I had this viewpoint. Why do you think that? Why do you think that? Okay, I understand your point of view. I understand your point of view. Or, okay, I'm not understanding your point of view. Okay,
so just to clarify,
just to clarify,
are you saying this? Are you saying this? Or are you saying this and that together?
Because discussions aren't about one person being right and one person being wrong. Discussions are about everybody putting something in the pool of knowledge that we all can drink from. And that's what I want to be in this game. Like I said, I want to be the hip hop mogul. I'm not talking about no fucking records. I'm not talking about being Diddy, Jay-Z, Dre, Timbaland. And no disrespect to none of those guys.
None at all.
None, because they're fucking legends.
Indeed.
And I would love to meet any of them, to meet any of them and be able to shake their hand. And any kind of any kind of weighted possibility would be an accomplishment for me.
Indeed.
But what it is that we have to stop acting like we are too scared to express ourselves. Because the greatest in hip hop were not afraid to express themselves.
Encourage each other. Don't hold each other back.
People talk about Biggie all the time. But when he said his line, you look so good, I suck on my daddy dick. I suck on your daddy dick. That's nothing that a lot of motherfuckers go, that's gay shit. That's gay shit, motherfucker. Ooh. He was trying to express the fact that the girl looked that good. And bottom line, if that's not something that you can get or you can't comprehend or not trying to comprehend, hey, it's cool. Because he wants to express himself. That's one of the reasons why he's a favorite of mine forever. No matter if Jay-Z drops 20 more albums, he'll still be my favorite ever. Straight up. So that's what we all have to be. It's going to start with hip hop. It's going to start with dialogue. It's going to start with us. Because that's all that we really have. So we're going to conclude this thing. I want you to, because I know you're on the phone right now.
I'm just checking something.
Yeah,
my fault, people.
Go ahead and check some things, but I'm just going to go ahead and just throw some final points out there. Because some people say that, once again, another flaw. We might not promote this enough. To get our shit, to get all of our episodes, so far we dropped 3 episodes of The Corner. Episode 1, I got myself a gun. Episode 2,
apparently,
let's talk about females.
Yeah.
And episode 3, which is us today, is bigger than hip hop.
Way bigger.
Search YouTube. Type in Cough Biz. The page should be the first page that comes up. So click that page. You can subscribe to that page. You can like and you can comment on all our videos.
Talk about us.
Talk about us. I want your feedback.
We want your feedback.
Tell me that I ain't shit.
Tell me
that I'm a bitch ass nigga.
Tell me I confuse the fuck out of all y'all.
But you know what? I want to hear you guys because that can tell me how to improve, and that can tell me how to grow, and that can provide me better ways.
And what's that called again? When that helps out, when we get feedback from people, whether it's positive or negative, and it can help construct us.
I got so many words, but just tell me the phrase that you have.
Constructive
criticism.
Oh, right,
criticism.
Right.
You got it. And if anything else, hey, just check me out to wear more fly hats and scarves. If anything, comment on my hat. Hey, your hat ain't shit. Yo,
I won't wear it again, or will I?
My hat wants me to give you this pussy right now, and I will always accept those comments. And you can definitely add Cough Biz on that one.
I swear, if you get some groupies off this, right?
And also him, because he has a girl, but give him love because he can't do nothing with it. So he's gonna pass it to me. He's gonna pass it to me because he can't do nothing with it.
That's right.
So that helps me out.
Straight, just passing me. Oop it to him.
I feel like LeBron from the over now. So yeah, your final thoughts. So yeah, once again, definitely like, comment, subscribe, search YouTube, click Cough Biz, watch everything. That's gonna be the hub. Subscribe so you get everything that we get. We do live broadcasts. And you can always chime in if you want. You got some Q&A. Hell, fuck it. If you want to, tell us a question that you want us to talk about the next time.
Hey, yeah, that's definitely.
Or give a topic that you want to talk about the next time.
And if you want to join,
we'll shout you out.
Yeah.
We'll shout you out. And when you do it, give all of your social media.
I think we can have them join and discuss too.
Yeah, you can join and discuss as well. Yeah. You can do all of that.
Live with us.
So that's definitely what I would suggest. So, of course, next time we're actually gonna do one because we did this one we had to delay on this one.
Yeah.
It's because of scheduling conflicts.
Yes.
We too busy out here. We get busy.
Real busy.
And I ain't shit. But I'm busy. Yeah. I ain't say him. I'm just saying, I'm talking me. I ain't shit, but I'm busy.
No, I agree. I ain't shit neither.
You know what I mean? Busy. Yeah, but next week we're gonna talk about, because we normally do it every 2 weeks. But because of the holiday season, the fact that my man's going out of town for the holidays, we're going to talk about the holidays. We're pretty much going to show up from Thanksgiving to New Year's. So we're going to discuss, what that means to us, what we do celebrate, what we don't celebrate, what we feel about Santa Claus, what we feel about Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, all that kind of stuff.
He could be a pedophile, but that's just my opinion. But
I mean, yeah,
he's a fat man, a fat man in the red suit that goes.
All I know is that if I ever had a daughter. And some random dude just comes up and just passes her a candy cane, I'm punching him in the motherfucking face. Santa, you better run that shit by me first, nigga.
Class code does need to be broken if that happens.
You know what I'm saying? So most definitely do all of that. Let us know because we want you guys involved. This is free thinking. This is an open forum.
Yep.
You might tell us something. You might tell us the most insightful thing that we've ever heard.
Indeed.
And I'll credit you for that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not the smartest guy in the world.
No,
yeah. So yeah, give us your final thoughts, whatever you want to talk about, whatever you want to discuss.
Like we said, the title of this podcast is "It's Bigger Than Hip Hop." It's evident to see that it is bigger than hip hop. Look, you can go as far back as NWA. No matter of fact, just independent. Let's just bring out the artists: LL Cool J, Queen Latifah, Ice Cube, Tupac, Fresh Prince. It's bigger than hip hop when they can start off in hip hop, make it into the movie game, and still have this big public persona of being. Let's see, what's Will Smith's?
You got knocked the fuck out. Shouts out to NWA.
Look at Will Smith and his wife. You know what I'm saying? Will Smith started with hip hop, actor.
And
they still give back to the computer.
And his first movie was a gay role, and for him being a black guy,
was his very first one?
I think that was his first movie. 6 Degrees of Separation.
Yeah.
Well, it's his heavily heralded one where he was like the biggest. He was like one of the biggest stars in the movie, and he was.
He wasn't even a main character.
Yeah, he wasn't a gay character.
No, main character.
But he was like the one that circled around. That it was circled around.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So yeah, and to be that, it was groundbreaking.
And the fact is, it's like I remember seeing him on Oprah, and this is why I'm saying it's bigger than hip hop. The way they set the family values for the world to see. Everything from raising their kids to understanding, like you said, to have a legacy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so something to give to them so they can carry on and then get to the next generation.
Right.
To see that shows you that it can be done. We just have to get it all together, and that this is way bigger than hip hop.
Matter of fact, something that we didn't even discuss. Now I know people have their opinions on Obama. I'm not going to say mine now, but there was a vote or die campaign. Jeezy made My President is Black. When Obama won the election, motherfuckers on my block was bumping My President is Black. My Lambo was cool. FIB, goddamn, my ribs ain't too, nigga.
It's bigger than hip hop.
And my mother cried, and that was the last presidential election she ever saw. But hip hop, it mobilized the young people that felt like we did not influence politics.
Oh,
that we couldn't influence who could run the country. That goes to show you that it's bigger than hip hop.
When I can see anchors dancing to do the Quan on their breaks and posting on social media.
They look corny as
shit. Yeah, they do, but just that alone shows you how big it is, how much it can make a change, and that's what we need to aim for.
And that's what we need to concentrate on. Let's not concentrate on the agendas. Let's just concentrate on the fact that was a big fucking thing.
As small as some people look, it's actually big.
And also, shout out to the first, in my opinion, the first acapella rap that was dope as shit. Let My People Go. Let my people go. Put a beat behind. I might do that. I might put a beat behind that motherfucker, boy. Woo!
But nah, this is
my fire, nigga.
It's not articulate, but it's my final thought. Go ahead, bro.
Hold on. You were finished with your final thought. I thought you was about to say a final thought.
No.
But once again, shouts out, you know what I'm saying, to my boy Keon, our boy Keon. We definitely love you, bro. You know what I'm saying? We gonna see you the next time.
Should have came in and hang out. And
you still a bitch ass nigga, but we got love for you. You know what I'm saying? But definitely we gonna sign off. I think we had a decent time for this topic. I think that we got a lot of great thoughts out on this topic. And I definitely, once again, do want your feedback. So once again, search YouTube, Cough Biz's page, the page where these video feeds are at, should be the first thing that you see. Click on it, like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Even if you only listen.
Share.
Even if you only, share. Thank you. I told you I'm not the smartest motherfucker in the shed. But but that's the thing. Even if you like 10 minutes, even if you watch 10 minutes, tell me about what you watched for that 10 minutes.
Tell me where it fell off.
Tell me where you got disinterested. I mean, tell me that, you were just so motherfucking jealous of my hat that you just couldn't watch it no more because you was like, yo, I got to give me a motherfucking hat like this too. But yeah, anyway, man, once again, you're watching The Corner. You know what I'm saying? We were going to sign off. You know, so we definitely got love, peace beyond to everybody. Please stay righteous. Please stay open-minded because, man, all we got is us, man, and all we can do is build together. Peace.